If you work in a professional environment, you know that the English you hear inside your office can be different than the English you hear outside your office. Whether you are reading an email, an official company document, or you are participating in a video call with your boss, the English you hear or you read in those situations is specialized. In this video, I'm going to teach you 12 prepositional phrases. Don't worry, prepositional phrases just means there is a preposition at the beginning of the phrase. Let's go back. 12 prepositional phrases that you can use in a professional environment. The first phrase that we will learn is at the request of someone or at someone's request. For example, the meeting was canceled at the director's request. This means that the director asked for the meeting to be canceled. Maybe the director got stuck in traffic, or maybe he had a family emergency. He called, he canceled the meeting. It was canceled at his request. Next, at the request of the client, we canceled the order. Maybe the client realized they didn't have enough money or they didn't want the product anymore. They asked for the cancellation of the order. And that's how you use at the request of and at someone's request. See, I told you it wouldn't be so bad. Our next phrase is in order to or in order to do something. This means so that we can do something or for the purposes of doing something. For example, in order to avoid confusion, please use the file naming system in the attached PDF. This might be an email from someone who wants you naming your files using a specific format so that files are easy to find in a folder. Next, we'll skip the next topic in order to save time. So that we can save time, we are going to skip the next topic in the meeting. Maybe we talked about the previous topic for too long, and this topic can be an email instead. Next, we have on the grounds of. This means for the reason of. This is used when you have an official reason for a decision, an action, or a judgment. Usually, there are negative consequences for someone when you see or use this phrase. Usually, it's used in an official document, like a firing document, for example, or in an official email. Let's look at two examples. He was terminated on the grounds of poor performance. Because of his poor performance, he was fired. This is the reason for his termination. He was terminated on the grounds of poor performance. Next, the complaint was dismissed on the grounds of insufficient evidence. So maybe one of your colleagues accused you of doing something bad to them, but no one saw it. So the complaint that your colleague made was dismissed. The next two phrases are with regard to and in regard to. So these are just fancier ways to say about something or concerning something. For example, I'm writing in regard to your vacation request. You can also say, I'm writing about your vacation request. This is a common email that you might receive from your HR department about a vacation request. Next, with regard to your email, you will receive a response by Friday. So concerning your email, about your email, it's like saying this. You will receive a response by Friday. I have not forgotten that you sent me an email. You can use one or the other, with regard to or in regard to. Just don't say in regards to. If you add an S, regards are positive wishes. You can end an email with regards. For example, regards, Alex. That's fine. But don't type or don't write with regards to. It's with regard to or in regard to. A phrase that is similar to in regard to and with regard to is in relation to, which means related to or connected to. For example, several concerns were raised in relation to the new budget. Here, you could say in regard to or about the new budget. Here, this means related to the new budget. The concerns had a relationship to the new budget. Next, have you heard anything in relation to the new union contract? So we are negotiating a new contract, and I am anxious to hear news. Have you heard anything in relation to, that is connected to, that has a relationship with the new union contract? So in relation to, related to, in regard to, with regard to, about. Now we have in the event of something. So in the event of means if something happens. In this case. For example, in the event of a fire, please use the east exit. You might see this on an official communication or even on the wall at your company. Please text this number in the event of illness. If you are sick, if you are ill, if this happens, please text this number or please text the number below. So basically, it means if something happens. Make your own example in the comments. Have you done it? Have you left the comment? On behalf of everyone at Engvid, I want to say thank you. On behalf of means as a representative of someone. That's the next phrase. For example, they sent us a thank you gift on behalf of their CEO. So maybe their CEO was too busy to send a thank you gift, but he called his receptionist or her receptionist and said, "Hey, can you send that client a gift basket?" Sure. And on behalf of our company, here is a gift, or on behalf of our CEO, as a representative of our CEO. Another example, hi, I'm calling on behalf of Engvid.com. Engvid.com does not have a calling center, but this is just an example that I wanted to give you. And on behalf of myself, as a representative of myself, I would love it if you liked this video and shared it with other professionals if you are enjoying it so far. Our next phrase is in line with. So this means that something follows or matches a certain expectation, a rule, a standard, or a policy. It follows it. So you have a line. If you are not in line, this means you don't follow something. You are doing something that does not meet the expectations or the standards of something. For example, you're not performing in line with the company's expectations. Here are the company's expectations. You're not in the line, right? You're not performing in line with our expectations. You're over here. Here are the expectations, okay? So you need to improve your performance in this case. Next, our employee salaries are in line with industry standards. They follow industry standards. We don't pay too much. We don't pay too little. Our standards, our salaries are in line with the standards of our industry. Finally, we have due to and as a result of. These simply mean because of. For example, due to low demand, we have removed the product from the market. Not enough people want the product. Because of this, Due to this, we have removed the product from the market. Finally, the company closed. Why? As a result of increased operating costs. So the costs of running the company, paying the rent, paying the employees, paying for management of the space. What's the term I'm looking for? Repairs. Okay, repairs, paying for repairs. The company closed because of this. So due to, as a result of, very common in professional emails and in professional documents, official documents, and in professional conversations, like official conversations with your boss, for example. Yeah, that was tough, but not too tough, right? Good. I hope you have enjoyed learning with me today and that you have improved your professional English skills. If you want to test your understanding of the material we have covered here, make sure you do the quiz on Engvid. If you are watching this on YouTube, just check out the link that is attached to the video. Until next time, keep learning and keep practicing.